Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today is my 9th lecture, and this lecture is very important in a sense that in this chapter we will be doing the exercise of this chapter. So let's try to solve this exercise, and you will see here the last. We will come to the end of this chapter. That is page number 25. Students, open the page number 25 of your books, and we will try to solve the exercise. First of all, the word history has been derived from Latin, Sanskrit, Greek, and Roman. So what would be the correct option? That is Greek. Number 2 is history is the study of present events, past events, future events, predictions. कि तारीख जो है वो कौन से वाक़ियात को कहते हैं? मौजूदा वाक़ियात को, गुजरे हुए या माजी के वाक़ियात को, मुस्तकबिल या आने वाले वाक़ियात को, या वैसे कोई अंदाज़ा लगाना, जैसे किसी चीज़ के बारे में, मौसम के बारे में हम अंदाज़ा लगाते हैं कि कल बारिश होगी नहीं होगी. So this is present events. Number 3, the Epic of Gilgamesh is about Hammurabi Code of Conduct, ziggurats, a tale of Sumerian king, or shrines. This is a tale of Sumerian king, Gilgamesh. He was a very popular Sumerian king. Number 4, ancient civilizations that developed beside river mainly due to easy transportation. क्यों civilizations किसी दरिया के करीब होती हैं? क्या आने जाने में आसानी हो, fertile plains हो, वहाँ की मिट्टी जरखेज हो, मैदान जरखेज हो. Number C, availability of water, पानी तमाम लोगों को मुहैया हो, या favorable climate, या मौसम अच्छा हो. So this would be Number C, availability of water. Number 5 is the Fertile Crescent is better known as the cradle of civilization, ancient civilization, the Sumerians, or Babylon. This is the beginning of civilization, and we studied earlier in the very first civilization, and that this was the beginning of civilization. That was the reason that this civilization was known as the cradle of civilization. Now, students, I will try to use the whiteboard, and I will write all these 5 correct options on your whiteboard. You'll see we'll be using the here I will try to write it down. In the first option, we saw that this was Greek. Then number 2 was history is study of past events. Then number 3 is the Epic of Gilgamesh is about a tale of Sumerian king. Tale of Number 4. Ancient civilizations developed beside river mainly due to there are 4 options. The correct option is availability of water. And then comes number 5 and the last. The Fertile Crescent is better known as the cradle of civilization. The so students look at the correct options. Number 1 is the Greek. History has been derived from the Greek word historia. History is past events. Gilgamesh was the story of a tale of a Sumerian king. And the civilizations grow where there is availability of water, and the Fertile Crescent civilization is also known as the cradle of civilization. I hope this is clear. Now we would be studying the next exercise, the next questions of these topics. Yes, answer the following questions in 3 to 5 lines. We call them short questions. What is history? Now come to the page 8. We'll go to the page 8 where we will discuss it in detail. What is history? History, students note it down. History is the study of past. The word history is derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning through inquiry, narrative, and records. Again, I'm repeating, history is the study of the past. The word history is derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning through inquiry, narrative, and records. Again, we'll see to the second question. And that is, what are the important features of a river valley civilization? The important features of the river valley civilization. We'll come to the page 14 of this of your books. Here you will see yes, this historians define some basic features common in most of the early civilizations. This would be the answer of this question. Early civilizations. The question is, I'm repeating it, what are the important features of a river valley civilization? Of any of the river valley civilization. So historians define some basic features common in most of the early civilizations. These features are: number 1, agriculture; number 2, town planning; number 3, well-organized government; number 4, complex religions; number 5, job specialization; number 6, arts and architecture; and number 7, public works and writing. Number 8. So I hope every one of you is clear. Again, we'll go to the third short question. We'll see what is the question. Yes. Identify important features of town planning in the Mesopotamian civilization. So we will come to the page 17. town planning in Mesopotamian civilization. Let's see on page number 17, town planning in Mesopotamian civilization, page number 617. Uh, I think this is the Mesopotamian civilization. Here we'll see uh, town planning. This would be in Mesopotamian civilization. We'll see the in page number 17 what has been written. Let me yes. The Fertile Crescent was distinct amongst all ancient civilizations. Students, see, look here. In many ways, every area of human knowledge and society was highly developed there. This historic region is regarded as the origin of agriculture system, urbanization, writing, trade, science, history, and organized religion. So this would be the correct option in of the Mesopotamian civilization. Now, come to the next question. And this is the fourth question. Enlist the important features of the religion practiced by Sumerians. The religion that is practiced by the Sumerians. Students, this we'll see that the Sumerian, this question is not very clear in your books. I would tell you that the Sumerian civilization, they had the polytheistic religion, and there were some 7 gods, and they used to worship many gods. So this sort of religion they used to exercise. A clear-cut question and its answer would not be available in your books. There was polytheistic religion, and they worshipped many gods. Now, some of the questions you need to answer them in detail. Question number 1: how are the Sumerian city-states governed? Now we will come to page number 18. Page number 18 of your book. Yes, the city-state was a political unit made up of a city and the surrounding lands. These were and major city-state amongst them that was Ur, but the system of governance that ultimately that was being ruled by priests and kings. There was a system of hierarchy. Some of the people were much influential. They have been categorized here. You will see on the first number, there were priests and kings. They were considered among the rulers. And then there were influential people. On second number, there were landowners, government officials, and wealthy merchants. And then on third number, there were farmers, artisans, metal, stone, wood, and pottery, etc. And the downtrodden or the fourth one, that was who were socially very weak and poor, and they were slaves and criminals. So this was four-tier system of governance amongst the Sumerians. Now we'll come again to the second long question of your book. Describe the achievements of Sumerians in the following areas: agriculture, technology, art, and architecture. Students, you will come to the page number 19. The question would be Sumerians in agriculture and technology. Now you'll see agriculture. Here you see in agriculture, Sumerians were mainly farmers and built dikes and irrigation ditches. The fertile soil of the region encouraged the cultivation of wheat, rye, barley, and legumes. Modern methods were also involved. So this is relevant. This part is relevant to the agriculture system of the Sumerian civilization. Then comes the technology. In technology, they had the carts, they had invented wheels, and they had prepared sails, fitted sails to boats for faster sailing by harnessing the natural force of wind. There was a chariot, a four-wheeled carriage with back seats, and a coachman seats driven by horses was used in ancient racing and warfare. And then these are certain of the evidence of seals as signatures on government documents. So this all is relevant to the technology. And then we'll study the art and architecture of Sumerians, art and architecture. So this is, a sort of art and architecture. This is relevant to, there were signature on documents. The Sumerian also worked as a system of arithmetic in order to calculate number of taxes. Here you see the Sumerians had invented the earliest form of writing called cuneiform. Scribes, or the specially trained people who knew how to read and write, maintained records for the state affairs, commercial deals in trade, and for recording stories and adventures. The civilization was advanced for its time in literature, mathematics, astronomy, and science. तो उनके पास लिखने का एक मखसूस तरीका था, स्टेट अफेयर्स के हवाले से, कमर्शियल डील्स के हवाले से, ट्रेड के हवाले से, तो वो बहुत पढ़े लिखे थे। और ये आपको आर्ट्स की नज़र भी आ रही है, ये इन्होंने इसमें काम किया। So this was all for today. You have solved the exercise of this chapter, and now we will be discussing chapter number 2 in our coming lecture. So thank you very much. We stop here and we'll meet in next meeting.